right, nice to have you back. Yes, we're talking club rugby. Jerome, while everything's going on, Paarl region, of course, has been very active. They're now finally at really what is the final result. Coming up this weekend is the finals, but we talk more about that in a second. Yeah, Young Standards and Lower Paarl, they're playing, or did play this past weekend. Those top 6 teams in the Paarl region, they've really been stabilizing themselves, but also giving each other quite a hard time.
Yeah, and you know, like every week in the Paarl, every week it's almost like a derby game. The guys know each other. And it's tough rugby, and it's good rugby. And like semi-finals are done now. Now they're getting into the finals, so it's gonna be. And there's also a lot of supporters there. I mean, the rugby continue in the Paarl. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a nice Saturday for the fans to go out and to watch rugby in the Paarl region.
Okay, we've got a couple of highlights here, and just by the way, folks, these highlights are supplied to you by the village guy, Miles Minna, in the Paarl region. He does an amazing job there at supporting the media for the sport clubs in the Paarl region and doing some streaming for them. This is Lower Paarl against Young Standards. Let's take a look. All right, welcome back, folks. Nice to have you with us. Yeah, there we go. That was, of course, Lower Paarl up against Young Standards. One of the first of the semi-finals there, and congratulations to Lower Paarl. They take the points there, 38 points to 17. Just again, a big thanks to Miles Minna from the village guy from Paarl for that footage there. Jerome, Lower Paarl, Young Standards, taking a quick look at the game. I know that it's almost double the points, but it doesn't look like it really in terms of, it looks like a paper number to me.
Yeah, it does. But again, just seeing that it's at Foreststraat, just looking at the field look for this time of the year, it's like really in a good nick. And and the rugby, obviously they enjoy the rugby. Both teams enjoy the rugby, and you can see that you can see what they try to do, and but it's just good for them to play.
All right, so Lower Paarl obviously going to go through to the finals. That's coming up this weekend, folks. But they're going to play off against the winners between Young Standards and Paarl Rangers, at least Young Gardens and Paarl Rangers. Let's take a look here. This is Gardens and Paarl Rangers. Winner goes to the finals. We go. A final result in what looks like 27-25 to Paarl Rangers over Young Gardens. Close game. We know that the final points there, 27 for Rangers. So Jerome, we're back to that picture that we've seen before. We've seen Paarl Rangers, Lower Paarl in the finals many times in the Paarl space.
Yeah, it's strange that a lot of time it's basically the same sort of teams that you see. So they must do something right, and I hope the other teams can catch up.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Young Gardens has had incredible growth in the last few years. Young Standards, and even in the last few months, last year also, we saw this real spike from Riverstones.
Yeah, Riverstones, they were down, but they really picked up their game.
Yeah. So across the board, folks, we're seeing the standard in the Paarl region also just getting higher and higher. And yeah, congratulations. So get down. We think it's, of course, at Forest Street, probably at Forest Street final, Jerome.
Yeah, it will be at
Another
Forest
big game, yeah. So Paarl Rangers, Lower Paarl. Let's get down there. We'll see you after the break. Don't go away. We'll bring you some of the highlights of the finals at City Park last week. Don't go away.